Is it the video that's the issue then?
It's time for Larry Knows Sports. My guest tonight, he is the head writer of sketch team Be Kind Rewinds and a former aspiring sports agent, Spencer Meade.
Thanks for having me, Larry.
Yeah, you're very, very welcome. And I'm your host, Larry the Athlete. We are going to talk some sports. Spencer, are you ready for some sports?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's get into your background. Spencer, you were once a major in sports management, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, so what does that mean? That's not equipment management.
No, it's it kind of means a lot of different things. So I went to the University of Minnesota, and there aren't apparently that many sports management programs. It's a business degree.
Okay.
So there's like you take law and management, like event management, and
You learn a little bit about law, a little bit about event management.
like there's like business.
Yeah.
I honestly, it's a kind of a smattering of a lot of different stuff. It's supposed to set you up to potentially work for like a team or a lot of people. I mean, I ended up becoming a lawyer. Which a lot of had teachers that were sports lawyers, but it was generally just geared towards making you a good fit for a career in the sports world in general on the business side.
Right, in like front offices or I guess agents, as you said.
Yeah.
So you wanted to be an agent?
I did. First. Yeah.
Or the whole time?
Yeah. I thought I was going to be Ari Gold.
Yeah. Ari Gold.
Yeah. I was a frat boy. I was I had the Entourage poster on my wall. I thought that was like the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And then I was in law school here, and I met someone who worked at CAA at the time.
Okay. CAA being
Creative Artists Agency.
And is that that's a sports agency, right?
It's a general entertainment agency. Yeah,
okay.
Like they're like the biggest agency in the world now.
Okay.
And she was working in the sports division. She had like Warren Sapp as a client and a bunch of other people. And she just, the first 3 years that she said she spent out of law school, she was sleeping on couches because she was getting paid $16,000 a year.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not
16,000.
I'm not going $200,000 into debt so that I can get paid to sleep on a couch.
So I guess it's at first, what was she? She had Warren Sapp as a client, but was she an actual agent or okay?
She did.
And
she
still was making made nothing her first few years.
Yeah, because you work in the mailroom when you start.
Yeah.
And then you work your way up to an assistant position, hoping that they will like you enough to make you a junior agent at some point.
Right.
Like Entourage, they did that in the show, and that was very real. Like you spend a year or two just sorting people's mail and giving it to them. And a lot of those people who have those jobs have either an Ivy League degree or an advanced degree, and that's how they like whittle people out. Like if you don't have either of those two things, if you don't have the Ivy League or the grad degree or some sort of connection, like you're not getting.
You don't even get the mailroom stuff. So before the weed out even happens, and then it's just like, I guess it's just a very highly coveted job, or there are just so few of those jobs.
I think both.
I
think both. I actually had an interview at CAA, and it was the worst interview I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
I was interviewing for a job with like the Bob Marley estate.
Okay.
And I was doing like a temp job at Bloomberg at the time. And so I was like, I just want a full-time position. And I think it was for an assistant job. So it was like bypassing the mailroom altogether. And then the HR interview, they asked me what the biggest thing that happened in the entertainment industry was in the last 6 months. And I couldn't come up with an answer. But the only thing I kept thinking of was that remember that dude, the fat Jew who used to like steal jokes?
Yeah.
He had just been signed with CAA like in the last couple of months. And that was the only thing I could think of at the time. And I was like, I kept thinking, I was like, that's not the right answer. That's
like I did my homework on your agent signing or your signings. Fat Jew. Wait, So this was when did it like become revealed that he's a joke stealer, and then everybody started hating him?
I think everybody in the comedy community already knew that he was a joke stealer when he got signed.
Yeah.
And everyone was really upset about that.
Yeah, that he got this contract.
Yeah, he had like a show in the works.
Yeah.
And he had gotten signed to CAA, and I remember it being a big deal on like social media networks.
This was like 6 years ago?
This was 2014.
Okay.
2000. This was 2015. That I had the interview, and so in this HR interview, and I just keep thinking, don't say that, like come up with something else, and it got to the point where I was
fat Jew. Don't say fat Jew.
Exactly. And it just got to the point where I was like, I have no answer, and I look like a moron not having an answer to this question that I feel like I should generally have an answer to.
Things were happening in 2015.
Right.
That was like Kesha. Kesha was happening.
I don't know if
maybe
Kesha
that
was
later.
Happening. I don't think Kesha was happening yet.
Oh,
I think like that was the time frame where things were happening. All the like garbage stuff was happening to Kesha, but we didn't know it was happening.
Okay.
She didn't have her resurgence yet.
Oh, I see.
It was that gap period where at some point we realized, oh, what happened to Kesha? But I ended up saying fat Jew.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, it's the only thing I can think of. I work in comedy, so like a lot of people were mad about it.
Yeah.
And the look on the HR person's face was the wrong answer.
They were probably already cleaning up crap for that.
Yeah, I was like,
didn't want to talk about it at all.
I should go, right? and then I ended up having an interview, and the people I interviewed with her were just generally not great people.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel bad about not getting it.
Yeah, I'm sure the agent world is pretty cutthroat.
Yeah, and I don't know. Everyone's really abrasive and just not very friendly. And I don't know. I think I interned at an agency when I was in college, and the guy I had interned with, I wasn't getting paid for anything, but he was just generally not a good person.
Okay.
And it wasn't fun to work there, and I'd rather enjoy my work environment.
Yeah, and enjoy the process.
Yeah.
And you were already in finished law school.
I had, yeah.
Yeah. So now you work for
Universal Music.
Wow. So also with celebrities, kind of.
Sort of. I mean, I don't meet them
very
often. I once in a while I'll walk out of the building and I'll see someone. I see Tina Fey in my building once in a while, which is cool.
Is she a client?
No, she goes she goes somewhere else.
There.
I think that like a bunch of comedy people must go to somewhere in that building because I've seen Tina Fey, I've seen Jordan Klepper. I've seen someone else. I can't remember. But like I took a class at the Upright Citizens Brigade with Laura Gray, who is she was on Jordan Klepper's show. They're married.
Is she she was like a correspondent on her show. Okay.
And I remember walking into the building and like we were in the turnstile and I was walking through the turnstile and I saw her and I was like, oh shit. And Jordan showed up and I was like, oh, you definitely don't remember me because it's been like 4 years.
Yeah.
So I just kept walking.
Well, I'll never forget anybody I took an improv class with.
I understand.
Yeah.
I will at some point see their face and be like, I don't remember why I remember you. I don't remember what class it was, but I know that we took a class together.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So CAA.
Yes.
That is the agency that Leon Rose is he was either an agent there or a partner there. Yeah. He's big high up there, sports basketball agent.
Something like that.
Big connected to the basketball world. He's now the president of the New York Knicks.
Right.
Other teams have done this. The Lakers with Rob Pelinka. I think in baseball it happens too. From what I understand, the Mets have a player agent who became their president.
Okay.
What do you think? Is this crazy to put this person in charge?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you're kind of at some point banking on the relationship between the agent and the players and getting the players to show up. I think I remember hearing that Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns at least were clients of this guy. And I'm sure you have to like get rid of your clients when you take a job like this. I mean, if you can get a guy like Devin Booker or Karl Anthony Towns to show up, that's obviously a big get, but I think it's sort of a big gamble.
It's a big gamble.
What does this guy know about running a team?
So right. I mean, he's obviously dealt with a lot of contract signings. He's dealt with GMs before, so he might be good. I have no idea. I think he's thinking of hiring some like basketball ops guy as GM, which would be great. Some people have been named, like the current assistant at Denver and Toronto. both franchises that are run properly.
Okay.
I'm a lifelong Knicks fan. I bleed blue and orange, mostly orange. Mostly orange.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, my blood is closer to the orange color, but sometimes a little blue.
Okay, you're not like a royal.
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I'm a man of the people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Good to know. So it just seems like the Knicks need to embrace the rebuild fully. And I know it seems like they're getting impatient. Now they're like, oh, we'll hire this guy, Leon Rose, who has these contacts, and then we'll get free agents here. Free agents are great, but they're so close to doing a proper rebuild. They actually have some good young players.
Right.
In RJ Barrett, Mitch Robinson, and my boy, Frank Ntilikina.
Right.
They've got a lot of draft picks. They just need to continue that and wait till the time is right.
To me, the issue with the Knicks is they're not good at developing players.
That's very true. And that's what I think it's something they need to fix more than free agent signing.
Right. I mean, what was it 2 years ago that Kevin Knox got drafted and everyone was like, this guy's the second coming, and now he's like a bench warmer essentially?
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing a little more recently, but he's had a terrible season.
Yeah. He had a bunch of injuries, I think, his first year. And then they sort of like gave up on him.
Nah, I don't think they've totally given up on him. They're now playing him. Like a lot of this year, their problem was, I thought it made sense to bring in some veterans just to like shape the rest of the team, not to compete or anything, but to just like have people who knew what they were doing playing with you, but just they made them the centerpiece, and then the young players were just surrounding. Yeah. And this young player should be the centerpiece. Let the veterans complement them. Yeah,
and they chose players that kind of play the same positions as some of those guys too.
Yeah, I think that point was overblown a bit. Like, Julius Randle, obviously a power forward. Taj Gibson, he played center mostly for them. Same, Portis played a little bit of power forward and center. I could have done without him.
And Morris.
Yeah, Morris kind of fell into their laps last minute, and that turned out to be a great signing because they got a pick for him.
Yeah.
But still, it blocked maybe, say, Kevin Knox, who's like a 3-4 from playing.
Right. I mean, I remember as a Bucks fan.
Yeah.
The first year when we had Giannis and they gave him starters minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, they started him. They didn't give him starters minutes, I should say. He got like 15 minutes a game.
Okay.
But they had him on the floor at the beginning of the game so that he was guaranteed minutes at the start. So he could develop it at least a bit.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like they're doing the right. They're finally, ever since actually Leon Rose kind of came in, or maybe a little bit before, it seems like the young players is now the focus.
Well, they fired the coach too, right?
The coach was fired before he came in, David Fizdale.
Right, Fizdale got fired, and then they traded away Morris, and hopefully some gaps open.
I think they're just like, I think the plan was, even before Fizdale, they were just cleaning house. I don't know what the hell then Mills and Perry, who were the president, and still Perry is the GM, were doing there during this period where they probably knew cleaning house was happening, and this guy Leon Rose was probably making calls from the outside.
What's your take on Dolan?
I mean, he's an idiot, obviously.
Spike Lee.
Yeah, why? I mean, even if Spike was wrong about entering the exit he didn't have access to, just apologize to him. It doesn't matter.
He's Spike Lee.
Yeah, you want him being there at your games.
Whether or not you like, he's like the face of your franchise.
Yeah, he's the face of the franchise.
They kicked out Charles Oakley.
Yeah,
right.
That was just
God, man.
I don't know. You just stop doing. That's like self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah. What are you gonna do now? Just like beat the shit out of Patrick Ewing in the middle of a halftime?
Yeah,
and then
I think
just
so.
Make the trifecta.
Yeah, fire Clyde from the announce table.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm optimistic about the Knicks in general. I don't know about Leon Rose. I'm going to give him a chance.
It depends on where they end up in this draft too, I think.
Yeah, there's really only like one good player in this draft. Or I don't know. People have multiple takes. So some people like LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards.
I don't want the headache of having
I know.
LeVar hanging around.
I do not either.
I remember seeing like a YouTube video about LeVar talking about LaMelo. And I was like, why are we putting this guy in front of the camera again? Don't give him a big market to be able to talk to. Like, exiling Lonzo to New Orleans was unfortunate, but
good for Lonzo's career, I'm sure.
I mean, he's doing all right now with Zion.
Yeah,
it sounds like, and Brandon Ingram is a all-star now.
Yeah, absolutely. So back to the Bucks a little. So you're a Bucks fan because where did you grow up?
I grew up an hour west of Milwaukee.
Yeah. What's the name of the town?
Watertown.
Okay, Watertown.
I grew up. It's basically halfway between Madison and Milwaukee. I grew up with my family had season tickets to Bucks games.
Oh, nice.
And those stopped when I was in high school, I think, at some point.
Okay.
But during their big run in 2001 with Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, and Sam Cassell, we had season tickets to all of the playoff games. So I was at all of those big. I don't think they ever made a finals, right? No, they got to Game 7 with the Sixers, and they got just beaten Game 7.
Okay.
And then they obviously last year they got beat by the Raptors.
Right.
Which was just soul crushing.
Well, I mean, what do you think this year? Because now Giannis has had a year under his belt. Mm-hmm. They're the best team in the NBA record wise. They're going to get close to 70 wins.
I don't think they're going to hit 70 wins.
Yeah,
because Giannis has this knee sprain. It sounds like he's going to.
Oh, really? I didn't hear this.
Yeah, he has a knee sprain. He was out last night against the Suns. So they lost again.
I'm sure they're going to be extra careful.
Yeah, they have 11 losses. They're still 8 games ahead of second place. So I'm sure they'll get first.
They'll be fine as far as seeding goes.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the Celtics.
Celtics are playing really well.
Yeah. And that historically the Celtics, I think, are the one that scares me the most.
Yeah. Oh, they played. Al Horford played Giannis perfectly last year.
Yeah, he's on the Sixers now.
Yeah,
but still, I think that Jason Tatum's picked up a lot. Jaylen Brown usually picks up in the playoffs.
He's very good.
Kemba Walker.
Yeah,
it was
as long as he's healthy.
Yeah, I think that was a super underrated signing. When they lost Kyrie and they got Kemba, I was like, yeah, that's a good trade.
Signing.
That's a great trade-off.
Kyrie, by the way, did you hear Kenny Atkinson was fired?
Oh,
Kenny
yeah.
Atkinson, Nets coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a good coach. I would love it if the Knicks picked him up for next year.
I'd be mad getting fired the year before Kevin Durant is
getting fired. You want it. He's probably dreaming of schemes for that.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounds like it's like Kevin and Kyrie are running the show and they're both idiots.
Yeah. At some point I'd be like, what am I supposed to do? Kyrie's injured. My starting point guard is Spencer Dinwiddie, who's good.
Well. Spencer Dinwiddie is good.
But there's only so much you can do, and this was always considered a lost season for them anyway because they're just waiting for Durant to come back.
Yeah, and apparently there's rumors that because DeAndre Jordan was moved to the bench, Kevin, Kyrie, and DeAndre are upset about that. Even though DeAndre isn't good anymore and is signed for 3 more years after this year for $10 million a season.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. When KD got hurt, I did not want the Knicks to sign them, even though they wanted to. And their management doesn't get congratulations for this because they wanted to sign them. They fucked that up. But just between KD coming off an Achilles, Kyrie being injury prone and crazy, it's looking. They're 2 great players, so I'm sure they'll be good next year. But
you don't know how they're going to play together. You don't know how KD's going to look after that Achilles tear.
Yeah,
Kyrie seems like he's just a ship sinker. Boston was better. Literally, Boston was better last year without him on the floor.
Yeah,
it's not a good sign.
The Nets have been better this year with him off the floor. It's hard to believe because he's so talented.
And the Nets don't have a hugely talented team outside of him. So the fact that they can win games without him is not a good sign.
Yeah,
he's just, I don't know. He thinks he's better than he is, and he doesn't.
Yeah,
he just gets mad all the time.
Yeah, glad he's not on the Knicks. I need you to call someone who interviewed you at CAA, the fat Jew person. Tell them to tell Leon Rose to get Kenny Atkinson over to the Knicks.
That would okay.
If you could do that.
Who's their coach right now?
Right now it's interim coach Mike Miller, who's actually done a good job.
That's not Mike Miller, the former three-point specialist.
Yeah, the guy who's just he looks like white trash.
Right.
Yeah, not him.
The poor man's Kyle Korver.
Yeah. Basically,
was he on the Grizzlies? Right. That's what I remember.
Mike Miller
And
was
the
mostly on
Heat.
there. And the Heat, well, I think he won a championship there.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, you want to take a phone call?
Sure.
All right, we are going to go to the phones now. We have a 706 phone number. What's up?
Hello, it is the singers from 311 again.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. You may not hear me because we're having some audio difficulties. 311 on the phone.
Oh.
The musicians.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember them.
Yeah.
I remember hearing a 311 song in a Hard Rock Cafe.
Wow, that is blasphemous.
Yeah.
No offense, guys.
Our music is allowed to be played in most areas of the world. Yes, thank you.
Okay, great. How you doing, 311? Last time you called, you were fighting in the tag team division of Impact Wrestling.
We are not doing so well this
Oh,
evening.
no. Okay.
We're on the show tonight to announce our retirement from any and all wrestling federations.
Any and all. Oh, my God.
Oh,
that
this is a bombshell.
This is a bombshell.
Also,
Breaking news.
Are they at like a carnival?
Yeah, I think that's like just some audio feedback, but it
Okay.
sounds like, you know what?
Yeah,
We're not.
we are indeed at a carnival in Denver near the airport.
I
yes.
knew it.
Oh,
I knew I recognized that jingle.
that jingle. Okay, so Denver was where your last match was?
Yes. Unfortunately, like many things we've done with our lives, it was a mistake to try to be wrestlers. We spent the last 2 weeks doing nothing but giving public apologies, which we didn't even do that for our music at any point.
Yeah.
I don't need an apology for your music.
Yeah. Have you ever met 311 in your Universal days?
No, I don't know what label they're on.
Oh, I don't know either. What label are you guys on?
Interscope.
Oh, that is a Universal label.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
It is a Universal label. Interscope. So anyway, 311.
Yes, Interscope.
Yeah, I mean, what is the reason for your retirement?
Like I said, it didn't matter if we won a match, lost the match. It didn't matter who it was that we were fighting. Something would end up happening. We'd have to make public apologies about any topical issue of today.
Just no matter what, like any topical issue, coronavirus.
Oh.
Can you apologize for coronavirus
Yes.
real quick?
Actually, we already made that apology the other day after a match that we won and felt quite good about. We enjoyed with a six-pack of Corona, in which SA over here said, "Oh, put a lime in that and I have a Corona with Lyme's disease." And then we were immediately tweeted. Is that the term, tweeted?
Yeah.
Tweeted by billions of people about how offensive that was.
It's a tough world out there. You don't want to.
I'm just like going through my head about all the things they've had to apologize for. Like, have you had to apologize for the revival of West Side Story?
Oh yeah. Does Universal had to do that?
That was on Thursday. Yes, we apologize for that.
Yeah.
God.
No, we haven't.
311 had to. Yeah, you were the one who hired that dancer who has a history.
Yeah.
Of sexual assault. I'm not saying
I
you
don't
guys
even know
do.
if you noticed this. I don't even know if you noticed this, but my friend S.A. Martinez over here is so upset he's not even rapping. Do you want to come back in? Are you going to come back in?
Can you,
He's too depressed to even rap.
can you spell essay?
The letter S followed by the letter A.
Okay, I just wanted to
Okay,
make sure it
okay.
wasn't ESSE.
Okay.
Do we have to apologize for using
Yeah.
a possible epithet? No, we apologize for using that word. Those are his initials. That is his name. That is
Okay.
not a derogatory term aimed at anyone ever at any place.
Thank you for your apology.
Yeah.
Very, very.
Just
heartfelt.
wanted to clear that up.
Yeah. So yeah, 311. In case anybody out there doesn't know, is it's a rap rock group with two lead singers, one who does the chorus and one who does the rappings, and so SA is just kind of depressed and non-talking.
That's sad.
Yeah.
He's sitting over here, leaning over our Sega Genesis, just wondering what to do with his life.
I'm jealous of the Sega Genesis, though.
Yeah, so am I.
Are you playing Sonic?
Sonic 2, to be specific. yes.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going back to our beloved Los Angeles tomorrow to go back to what we know best, making music.
All right.
Well, I guess
Nice.
we know that best.
Yeah, I think that's what you know best. I mean, I'm not a fan of come original.
Most people are not.
Yeah, most people are not fans. But you know what? I wish you the best of luck, and I hope. Anything else you want to apologize before we take the next call?
Anything Dennis Miller does.
Okay,
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Good.
That's a good one.
Just as a preemptive strike.
Yeah. Get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, 311.
Yes, thank you.
Keep us updated with your ongoings.
We will try.
Yeah, have someone at Interscope contact me.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, we got another caller on the phone. This is a 408 phone number. Caller! I hear some growling. Is that a dog on the phone?
Hey, am I on here?
Yeah, you're on. You're on, Larry.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, holy shit. Okay, hey, Larry, how's it going?
It's going
How's it
great.
going, Larry?
It's going great.
This is, hold on, I just got up from a nap. I'm sorry, I was on the waiting for too long.
Oh yeah, you know how it is.
Oh.
Entertainment.
Okay, I'm calling from, hold on, I'm Mort. That's what
Okay.
I meant to say first.
Thank you.
And, Mort Sanders. And I'm calling from Chicago, good old city of wind. And I'm a long-time fan, first-time listener.
Well, thank you for finally tuning in.
I got some questions for you about my favorite sport that is dear and dear to my heart. That is hockey.
Yes.
Are we hockey fans?
You know what? I do like hockey. You know, I wouldn't say I'm a super fan of the NHL these days. Not for any bad reason. I just haven't been following it the way I used to.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with an NHL team in my state, so.
Oh, are they?
There's no
Okay.
Oh, there's no
team.
NHL. I thought you were saying they're getting one. No.
Nothing.
So Mort, what do you want to know about hockey, or what do you want to talk about?
Well, because I'm a Chicago person, I obviously am a fan of the Blackhawks,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm very curious because they have a logo that may or may not be offensive, and I want to know how come nobody's talking about that.
You know, I wish we still had 311 on the phone to apologize for that. They would have done it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not asking anybody to apologize. I'm just curious that because it's a Blackhawk and there's a indigenous person there, it doesn't seem to get the same kind of slack that other sports teams get for that representation.
Yeah. Well, I think the reason is, one, it's not like a cartoony, mascot-y version the way the Cleveland Indians had.
Okay.
And it doesn't have an offensive name like Redskins. Mm-hmm. But it is still using a people that we committed genocide against as your mascot and like acting like, yeah, we love these people. And then look at our history. The logo itself, I don't know. I guess it's okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I would also agree. It's probably like the native tribes that are fighting these fights probably think there are at the moment bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't know much about like if they have
bigger fish.
Yeah. They're frying some fish, both real and metaphorical.
Mm-hmm. They're focused on like Washington and Cleveland.
Right. And just like
and probably Kansas City.
Well, that's exactly. See, that's what I'm saying is that if we get some more controversy on this thing, we could get some more interest in the sport.
Oh, you want?
Oh, okay.
You got to come up with something really
I think we need
fucked
that
up.
controversy to get a little more impact in the sport world.
I mean, you could do like what the Braves do and have that like really messed up like tomahawk chop.
You could always do the tomahawk chop if you
looking for
want eyeballs.
controversy.
Yeah.
The tomahawk chop.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the tomahawk chop, but I think that it's already being co-opted by them, and so I don't want to co-opt the co-op of the co-op of the
co-opters.
Listen, you could put some red face on.
Yeah, that's a good way to get some controversy going.
So just show up to a game in red face.
Yeah, you gotta just like think of the worst possible thing you can do and just do that.
Yeah. But only then you have to.
Okay.
You're gonna have to give a public apology afterwards, as long as you're prepared for that.
I mean, it sounds like you don't want to give a public
Oh,
apology.
that's right, because you want to keep the storm brewing.
Yeah, I think the longer we drag it out, then like the more tickets they'll sell and the more press they'll get, and then next thing you know, we got Wolf Bitzer, talking about it on the CNNs.
Yeah.
How are the Blackhawks doing?
Yeah, I think the Blackhawks are in the playoff race. Is that correct?
Are they not selling tickets?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. You're just a fan.
Okay.
You're not watching yourself. It's so much controversy.
No,
or so
I'm
little
a
controversy.
I'm a fan of the logo, but I don't know what the team is doing.
I see.
In the sports.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to look it up right now, and it seems
they won the Stanley Cup like 4 or 5 years
they've
ago,
won
right?
I think multiple Stanley Cups.
Yeah, I feel like they won like 2 in 3 years.
Okay, so it looks like Chicago's not doing very well this year.
And still, nobody's talking about the logo.
They're talking just about your.
All these years.
Yeah.
They've talked a little bit about how good you are on the ice. That's something.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world to not be talked about for being offensive.
Yeah.
If you want that perspective.
Yeah. That's a good perspective, Spence. You should really just maybe some like a day where you give away bobbleheads. That's another good way to get fans.
Yeah.
Oh, the bobbleheads. Oh, okay.
Free T-shirts.
Free T-shirts.
Yeah, that would be. That might help.
You could
new bobbleheads.
Convince the team to like donate part of like the profits to like native tribes in the area.
Yeah.
So they're actually like giving back
to
the communities that they're profiting off of.
Right. That would get some press.
Yeah.
This
is amazing. Good
would
press.
Get some press.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I think I'm of the feel that no bad news. There's no news.
Right.
Like bad news.
No news like bad news.
No such thing as bad press.
Right.
There's no news. Yeah.
Is your ultimate goal to have it be so offensive that they have to change the name and the logo?
That's what I would. Yeah, I'm looking to have that happen.
Okay,
That
this
would
is like
be
vigilante
the best
justice.
thing for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Hey, Mort, your last name is.
It's like they didn't actually take the name of the team from a Native American. It was the name of the guy who started the franchise is like Army division in World War II, whatever. But then that name was taken from Native American warrior. So I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't direct, but it was a transitive property.
The logo suggests.
Yeah.
The logo, there's still that. I don't think that logo was on like the tanks when they were, killing the Nazis.
If the logo was a helicopter.
Yeah, right. Like Black Hawk Down.
Yeah.
And if it was, then somebody probably would have got offended.
Yeah.
I hope.
I mean, as someone who's from Milwaukee, my dad went to Marquette University, and Marquette used to be the Warriors, and they changed the name because people found the logo and the name to be an issue. So like, it doesn't even need to be like blatantly offensive necessarily to warrant the name change. I don't know if you necessarily have to go super far. You just have to convince people that it's enough of an issue to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mort, I have two questions for you. One is, what would be your preferred name if you were to change the name of the team?
My preferred name would be the Blacks.
I don't know.
No.
Mort, that's not going to do it.
Do that.
No. Maybe the Hawks.
They're already probably called the Hawks, like colloquially.
I think they are, yeah.
I feel like the Hawks is already out there, though.
It's in the NBA.
The Blacks.
There's a reason that no one's called the Blacks.
Yeah. Well, you think it over, okay?
Okay.
Another question for you. Your last.
Ponder. I'm gonna ponder.
Yeah, keep pondering.
Yeah.
Ponder a little
come
bit.
up with like a storyboard.
Yeah.
And like give us a few options.
Yeah. Call back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I'll
also,
put up a smorgasbord, and I will get some ideas.
Cool.
Yeah.
Percolating.
pretty good. I'm also going to ask your last name. You said
Okay.
is Sanders.
like Bernie.
Are you related to Bernie Sanders?
Bernie Sanders and I are very distant neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Related question: are you related to Barry Sanders?
Ooh.
Okay, Barry Sanders and I once were in the same line at a Costco.
Love it.
Love it. That's pretty close.
I love knowing that Barry
And
Sanders shops
we
at
were
Costco.
buying. We were buying 50 pairs of socks. You know, because they come in bulk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's freaking cold out here.
Yeah, and I guess when you're running, you go through a lot of socks.
I'm assuming you're a Bears fan. How did you feel about seeing a Lions player?
Oh yeah, I like Grizzlies and actually I just like Grizzlies.
I meant the Chicago Bears, the football team.
Right.
No, there are a lot of Bears out here.
Okay. Well, if you ever watch NFL games, you might see some Bears.
Yeah, you will see a lot of them. You probably see a lot of them if you go to certain bars in the city too.
Right.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
All right. Well, be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'll keep out looking for the Bears. I might pop in the Lincoln Park Zoo and check out there because I know they got a couple bears there. But
also check Soldier
Field on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Or Wrigley Fields in the summer.
Right.
Yeah, bears there.
Well, they're
There's
baby
some-
bears.
Yeah, baby bears.
Cubs, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And on
Okay.
certain nights, the United Center. Is it still the United Center? When they're playing the Grizzlies.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. I think it's the United Center.
Okay.
All right, Mort. Thanks for the call.
Yeah.
I want you to think about some of these names and call back when you have a few thoughts.
Oh, okay. All right. I will do that momentarily.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Very good call and
Yeah.
a very nice caller, and
Yeah.
he's thoughtful.
A little bit, problematic, but
Yeah,
he's open to
his
reason.
heart is in the right place.
Yeah.
We have another caller.
We do.
We do. This is
Wow.
a 203 phone number.
Where are these area codes?
Oh, 203 are what's that area code?
Oh, hey, is it me that I make it on?
You made it on. You're on Larry.
First time, long time. First time, long time. I'm real happy to be here. Yeah, 203 is actually a Connecticut zip code. So,
Oh, okay.
You sound like
I'm
you're from the
real
tri-state.
Real cool to be talking to you guys all the way up from the state of Connecticut. Oh, man. I'm calling because I was really excited to talk about some soccer this year. You guys care about soccer at all? I know it's a smaller sport, but it's a lot of exciting stuff happening right now.
You know what? I'm into it. If you want to bring it, I can't say I'm a huge MLS follower, but let's talk some soccer.
Well, MLS, there's not too much interesting going on. The league's just starting, but it's really exciting that the Mexican star, Chicharito, playing for LA Galaxy, he has played 2 games and scored no goals, and everyone's really mad about it. Now, nobody ever scores that many goals, so I don't know why everyone's so mad about it, but everyone just seems to think that this guy's going to come in and change the world, but already everyone's all mad at him. But what I really wanted to talk about was whether or not all the Champions League games are going to be played in Italy. They have games scheduled this week, and they just shut down all the stadiums because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that stuff's going to happen over here?
I mean, the NBA is supposedly talking about it with their owners. I think attendance is probably already going down. I don't think we're at the point of shutdown yet.
Well, one of the things I was really excited for where they play the games in front of no one is you could actually hear the players on the field talking to each other.
Yeah.
And they talk a lot of smack. It's not usually in English, so I don't know exactly what's going on in the entire league. But I think in the NBA, that'd be pretty cool, right? To hear what they're all saying to each other all the time.
Yeah.
I bet you they say some pretty cool stuff.
I bet they say some cool stuff like
there any-
Cowabunga.
This is when we need Kevin Garnett to still be in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Garnett probably says cowabunga all the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he says a
Cowabunga
lot.
and maybe some nastier things.
Oh yeah. I want to
yeah.
know exactly what Kevin Garnett was saying because I heard he was like a great trash talker.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's the thing that's universal across all sports. If you're able to talk a good amount of smack, people respect you no matter what sport you're playing. I bet you there's a badminton player that knows how to talk the most smack in the world that he's famous for, and you could tell me any story about him, and I'd be interested.
I'd be interested in that. Who's the bad boy of badminton?
Yeah.
You know, when I was in high school, my one of our gym/health teachers was like ranked in like badminton.
How do you get ranked in
I
badminton?
don't. I think this was maybe before he was a teacher, but he was, I guess, was trying it professionally, and I don't think he was ever in the Olympics or anything. But he was ranked like number something in badminton.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
that's impressive.
That makes sense to me. I mean, you got to have some kinds of tournaments and leagues like tennis, I imagine, where if you're not making it at the highest level, there's still some other stuff going on. Prize money to be won, a way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I was just hoping you guys could talk a little bit about who you'd want to hear in the NBA in terms of talking on the court. Is there any specific players that are playing right now who you'd want to hear talk on the court?
Oh, that's a good question.
If they were playing in front of a closed room?
I think Marcus Morris would be a good one.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly.
Marcus Smart, I feel like would talk some good trash.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Jimmy
it'd be
Butler.
really exciting
yeah.
to see whether or not these guys are as tough as they seem sometimes. You know, whether or not they're always, doing that. Also, I've always wanted to know what they say to each other when they're on the foul line because I feel like that's like a positive time. I want to know how nice they all are to each other when that's going on.
I feel like that would be like just like kind of an unwritten rule that you can't really talk smack to the player that's shooting the foul.
Yeah, especially if you're like your teammates. Like there's a lot of building people up on the foul line.
Yeah. DeAndre Jordan
You don't
actually.
think anyone the other?
I was gonna say DeAndre Jordan used to like to help him focus. He would ask his teammate on the foul line, like, "Hey Kevin, who you got?" Like just asking him who they're defending to just like take his mind off shooting.
Make them think about something else. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I do that at work all the time.
Yeah. Well, ask your coworkers something that has nothing to do with work.
Right.
To try to keep their mind off the work they're doing to make them better at it.
Or try to keep my mind off of it to get better at it myself.
Hey, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I was just excited to get through. Thanks for taking my call. Thanks, Larry.
Yeah. Wait, what's your name, by the way?
My name's AJ.
AJ. All right. Thanks for the call, AJ.
Yeah.
Please call back.
Yeah, definitely.
I will. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was AJ for you. With a good question about like who's the bad boy of badminton. I can't say I follow soccer much.
No, me either. Now I'm just thinking of who I want to hear trash talk.
Yeah.
I feel like a weird, like controversial. I feel like if you picked like one of the white players,
right?
Like that dude has been through it because everyone would pick on him for being the white dude. So he's got to have had some practice.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some like of those Euro players.
Yeah,
like I'm sure people don't fuck with Doncic. They probably like him.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, what was his name? I remember there being like a Dante DiVincenzo.
Okay.
Like a Luke Kennard.
Yeah.
Someone like that. Maybe I bet like Mike Miller.
Oh, Mike Miller, I'm sure talks some trash.
I bet he was like that nasty. Yeah. He might have said some words that he probably
and got into some trouble.
Yeah.
But Luke Kennard, I don't know. He probably was a little bit more of a nice guy.
Yeah. He's on Detroit. Is he still on Detroit?
He's still in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, you're in Detroit, no one really cares about you.
Yeah. Detroit lost to the Knicks last night.
Wow.
Boom. Spencer, what other sports are you into these days?
I do the trifecta. I do baseball, basketball, and football. So like spring training's happening right now. Christian Yelich just signed a 9-year extension, which I'm real excited about.
Yeah,
Brewers are my team.
Yeah, I mean MVP last year.
Or was it 2 years ago? So he was runner-up last year, and he was MVP the year before. But they're saying that he would have been MVP again if he didn't break his knee at the end of the season. So it would have been crazy to have a 2-time MVP, and then they extend him for another 9 years.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that he doesn't pull a Ryan Braun and get tested for PEDs again and get a positive test.
Yeah, Ryan Braun, Jewish baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big fan. And then when they had him and Prince Fielder, it was like a nice little period of Brewers baseball.
Those guys.
CC Sabathia.
Ben Sheets.
Yep. Was Cliff Lee there?
No,
Never.
Zach Greinke.
Zach Greinke was there a little later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sabathia era was like a 3-month period.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a few years later, they made like their big run.
That's right, because Sabathia was on Cleveland with Cliff Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Sabathia was just like a trade deadline acquisition for the Brewers
and then he
before
went to
the
New York,
Yankees. Yeah.
Greinke and Sean Markham and what was it, like Corey Hart.
Oh yeah.
They had a lot of all-stars on that team. Jonathan Lucroy.
Yep.
When he was great.
Mm-hmm.
He almost got an MVP award. Guys.
Wow, he almost got an MVP.
Mm-hmm. He had a season where he was like second in wins above replacement.
Wow. Second in warps.
Yeah.
Cool. And I guess Aaron Rodgers, how many more years do you think he's got?
I don't know. I mean, I was on the Rodgers is like he's fine bandwagon until like this year.
Yeah.
Now I'm like concerned.
Yeah.
He's making me concerned. He needs more weapons, obviously, but like the old vintage Rodgers could throw the ball to anybody and he would be fine. This guy he's had so many injuries at this point and he's not super mobile anymore. I think he's definitely past his prime. I'd say like 2, maybe 3 years of like maybe above average to replacement level.
Yeah. I think he's still above average when he plays.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be able to affect games the way he used to. I think that they need to rely on other aspects of their team. If they're going to win a championship again, it's going to be like Peyton Manning did, and it's almost going to be in spite of him.
Yeah. But it's a good career nonetheless. I mean, many years is the top of the game.
It's just so unfortunate that they couldn't put a team around him to actually compete for a lot of it. I mean, that Seahawks championship game breaks my heart still.
Yeah.
When they just like...
Oh, the one with the missed field goal or the blocked field goal.
There was a fake field goal.
Right.
That ended up for a touchdown, and then I think there was an onside kick that got recovered.
Yeah, a lot of craziness that happened. Always with the Seahawks, there's some of that. Yeah.
Russell Wilson. I mean, I can't get mad at Russell Wilson because he's a Badger.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like Russell Wilson a lot too.
He seems like a genuinely good person.
Yeah.
He married Sierra.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I like best about him.
Yeah, he married Sierra. Like, I like Russell Wilson because he married Sierra. I like Dwayne Wade because he married Gabrielle Union.
Okay, good criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin, the Badgers, I think are going for the Big Ten title in basketball.
I think so. Yeah, I thought that I have been a really bad college basketball fan this year, and I thought that the brackets came out yesterday.
Oh, yeah. We still got one more week. I think this is championship week.
I mean, I went to Minnesota, so basketball's not
it's
really
hockey.
happening.
They're always competing in
hockey and football. We had a great year in football.
Oh.
We got into a New Year's Eve bowl, and we beat Auburn.
Very nice. Yeah. Minnesota on the rise.
Yeah. Row the boat.
Well, Wisconsin, it's a swing state. That's all there is.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what's going to happen again.
It's a weird year. We have time before then. We'll see how much coronavirus spreads.
Yeah, and if it seeps into people's brains.
It will seep into people's brains and reprogram them.
There was coronavirus in Wisconsin before there was in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it'll definitely affect the economy, so that's all.
Yeah, my stocks
are hurting. And if they cancel NBA games, then it's a problem.
That's serious.
That's serious. Okay, Spencer, anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Come to Be Kind Rewind show on Wednesday at 9:30 at the Tank Theater.
There you go.
It's astrology themed. It's gonna be wild.
What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
I'm a Pisces.
Nice.
I think we're friends.
Water sign, air sign. Yeah.
Yep. Love it.
I'm just not. Apparently, if you're a Virgo or something else.
Virgo or Scorpio?
I think it's the other air signs that I'm not supposed to be compatible with, which is super random.
That is random. Anyway.
I don't really know anything about
Yeah,
horoscopes.
neither do I. Well, I hope you find out before you have to write the show.
I mean, I already have.
Yeah.
I already wrote it.
Yeah.
So we'll find out if I did a good job.
Yep, you'll see. If you're an astrologer, come to the show.
Yes.
Check his work.
Also, if you aren't an astrologer and you just like, I don't know.
You just like sketch comedy.
If you like Les Mis.
Ooh, I love Les Mis.
We have a Les Mis thing to close out the show.
Nice.
It's disgusting.
Okay.
I have props in my bag. I don't want to show you for it. It's
Wow.
it's gonna be great.
All right, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Please, if you're watching, subscribe on YouTube. If you're listening, subscribe on whatever podcast listener you like to listen to. I'm at Larry the Athlete on every single platform, including LinkedIn and Bumble.
Nice.
But mostly Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
Or Facebook. Now I have a Facebook page. So do all that. Tell your friends. Call back. Tell your enemies. And we'll see you next week.